At this stage in his life, Chuck Norris continues to stand as one of the most recognizable and respected figures in both martial arts and entertainment, yet in recent years his name has often been surrounded by waves of misinformation, dramatic headlines, and viral rumors that paint a picture far removed from reality, particularly claims suggesting tragedy or even his death, which have no credible foundation. And this situation reflects a growing pattern in the digital age where well-known personalities who step away from constant public exposure become easy targets for speculation, as their absence is often misinterpreted as something negative rather than a personal choice to live more privately, and in Norris's case, this shift away from the spotlight has been deliberate, as he has chosen to focus on his family, his personal beliefs, and maintaining a quieter lifestyle after decades of intense physical work and public attention, a decision that aligns with the discipline and balance he has always promoted throughout his career. And while fans may remember him as the unstoppable action star who defined toughness and resilience on screen, it is important to recognize that even icons evolve with time, transitioning into different phases of life that may not involve the same level of visibility but are no less meaningful. And for Norris, this evolution has meant prioritizing health, peace, and time with loved ones over the demands of Hollywood, which can be relentless and exhausting even for the strongest individuals. And although he is no longer appearing regularly in films or television, his influence remains deeply rooted in popular culture, from his contributions to martial arts to the enduring popularity of his on-screen persona, as well as the widespread recognition he gained through internet culture that turned his image into a symbol of exaggerated strength and humor. Yet behind all of this is a real person who values authenticity and stability, and who has made conscious choices about how he wants to spend his later years, rather than chasing continued fame or attention. And the persistence of false narratives about his supposed final days often stems from a combination of curiosity, nostalgia, and the tendency for online platforms to amplify sensational content, creating an environment where misinformation can spread rapidly without verification. And this not only causes unnecessary concern among fans but also overshadows the positive aspects of his current life, which include staying active, engaging in personal interests, and occasionally connecting with supporters in meaningful ways. And those who have followed his journey closely understand that his strength has never been limited to physical ability alone, but has always included mental discipline, emotional resilience, and a strong sense of purpose, qualities that continue to define him even as he lives a more private life. And in many ways, his decision to step back from the spotlight can be seen as an extension of that strength, demonstrating the ability to move forward on his own terms rather than being shaped by external expectations. And while it is natural for fans to feel a sense of longing for the days when he was a constant presence in entertainment, it is equally important to respect the reality that every individual, no matter how legendary, deserves the space to age, grow, and redefine their priorities without being subjected to false or exaggerated narratives. And ultimately, the truth about Chuck Norris today is not one of tragedy or shocking revelations, but one of quiet continuity, where a man who once captivated millions with his performances now chooses a path of simplicity and personal fulfillment, proving that legacy is not only about what is achieved in the spotlight, but also about how one chooses to live when the spotlight fades. And in this sense, his story remains as powerful as ever, not because of dramatic headlines, but because of the steady, grounded way he continues to live his life.